Ladies and gentlemen, the pursuit of Christian Pulisic is well and truly up and running. We've got an offer verbal offer from AC Milan, and now we seem to have got an offer from Lyon, a written offer, verbal offer, and a written offer this time from Lyon. And let's see which one is the best offer for Christian Pulisic. You best believe he is most likely going to be the next person out of Chelsea Football Club. Let's go.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, late. It was actually quite late when I dropped the video. I purposely dropped it quite late UK time, knowing that hopefully there won't be any more news after my video. But there of course was, which it didn't really override my video because what I had to say in my latest video was still valid because AC Milan has proposed a 14 million euros, I believe, a verbal offer for Christian Pulisic, which I thought was a little bit disrespectful. And then after I delivered my video, David Orn's son again, Orni has come into action once again on the same night later on, dropping this particular news in regards to Christian Pulisic's link with Lyon. Chelsea have received written offer from Lyon for Christian Pulisic, 25 million euros plus meaningful sell-on still being negotiated, a level Chelsea would find acceptable. Good relations with Textor and Olympique Lyon via Malo Gusto deal. This is coming from The Athletic. So, look, first of all, I think we need to absolutely embrace the fact that Christian Pulisic is on his way out, which is fantastic news. He definitely needs to leave Chelsea Football Club. And I feel like he's probably the next one out the door for Chelsea. With all the outgoings that we've seen, he seems to be the next one on line for this. Now, let's figure out what is the best offer here for Chelsea Football Club. But on top of that, which one is potentially a particular destination that Christian Pulisic might see himself go to? So there's two factors here. One that could work out for us, but may not be very suitable for Christian Pulisic. But at the same time, something that might be very suitable for Christian Pulisic may not be something that we want. So as I said, ladies and gentlemen, earlier on the evening, which was still quite late actually when this particular news dropped, this is what happened, and this is what I addressed in my last video. AC Milan in direct contact with Chelsea about signing Christian Pulisic, verbal offer, 24-year-old in region of 14 million euros. Personal terms, no issue, but Chelsea value attacker higher and also interest from elsewhere. So David Owen kind of gave us a bit of an indication that there is other interest, and within about an hour, 60 minutes of this particular news, he then dropped that news about Lyon. Now, so we've got AC Milan, verbal offer, 14 million euros. I think that is quite ridiculous, if I'm being absolutely honest. Christian Pulisic, look, his stocks are low, but it's not that low where it needs to be around 14 million euros. I said in my last video that I would have appreciated if we got something around what AC Milan provided for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, 15 million euros plus 5 million add-ons or something like that, or 60 million euros plus 4 million add-ons. I think that would have been quite suitable. I think both the players, not obviously different positions, but in the stance that both have injury records and both have had a stop-start sort of career, not just in Chelsea. Well, obviously for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, predominantly in Chelsea, but for Christian Pulisic, this was kind of the same thing in Dortmund as well, where he just never got going. So we have this from AC Milan. The thing with AC Milan is we seem to have a good relationship with them. Our board, our owners, they do fancy doing business with AC Milan, and AC Milan fancies doing business with us. I just wish that they were quite open in regards to Mike Mannion, knowing that we've sent Ruben Loftus-Cheek there already, potentially Christian Pulisic as well. Previously, we've done Tomori, Oliver Giroud, and who knows? Maybe there might be more players down the track with the kind of relationship that we're building. So you think maybe there could have been an opportunity for Mike Mannion, but that doesn't seem to be the case at the moment. We're quite happy and happy to work with Kepa with the new coaching staff. So we have this, and the other factor in regards to this particular offer is it clearly states personal terms not an issue. I don't think it would be an issue for Lyon, but it kind of gives an indication that maybe Christian Pulisic has already agreed something with AC Milan. There was some reports not that long ago that Christian Pulisic was talking to Winston McKennie about Italian football, Serie A. Obviously, McKennie, being a Juventus player, knows everything about that league. So I just get that feeling maybe Christian Pulisic fancies a move towards AC Milan in the Serie A. And yeah, you'll see some familiar Chelsea faces as well. So he probably fancies this. Now, this Lyon offer came literally, this particular news dropped literally within 60 minutes of the initial one for AC Milan. Chelsea have received written offer from Lyon for Christian Pulisic, 25 million. So already a massive, massive difference. 14 million verbal offer to Lyon's 25 million offer, plus meaningful sell-on still being negotiated. So not only 25 million euros for us, but in the future, if Lyon look to sell Christian Pulisic, there'll be meaningful sell-on clause which can be installed into this particular transfer. A level Chelsea would find acceptable good relations with Textor and Olympique Lyonnais via Malo Gusto. So don't forget, obviously we've done that business with Lyon in regards to Malo Gusto, and our owners seem to have a good relationship to Textor, who's also American owner for Lyon. So obviously there's some sort of connection there. And on top of that, here's a little bit of an extra twist and a little bit of masala just for you guys. And let me know what you think about this. There's some rumors been floating around, none from any credible source as yet. I've not seen Fabrizio talk about it. I've not seen Matt Law or David Ornstein talk about this particular player. But Ryan Cherki, if I pronounced this right, Cherki, Ryan Cherki. Hopefully, I've pronounced this correctly. His links are being thrown around on social media now. He's obviously a Lyon player, creative, attacking midfielder who can score, who can assist. He's got all that flair about him. A lot of people are saying since Eden Hazard, like he's the next one who could potentially take that mantle at Chelsea Football Club. I mean, I'm staying away from those sort of conversation as yet, but a lot of people are saying this. So there's that factor with Christian Pulisic potentially moving there. So we've got AC Milan where the money isn't good at all for us, but maybe Christian Pulisic prefers the move to AC Milan. And then we've got this one where the proposal is so beautiful for us, 25 million euros, roughly about what I'd say about 20 million pounds. That's probably what I expected for Christian Pulisic, plus meaningful sell-on. So, future Christian Pulisic gets sold, we get to make more money. And on top of that, the Ryan Cherki situation. So, but I do feel Christian Pulisic probably doesn't fancy this move. I think he fancies the Serie A move. As I said, his colleague Winston McKennie, being a player in Juventus in the Serie A, I think he's trying to do a lot more research about that league. So there is a conundrum. Who wins here? Because both the parties have to come into fruition. Lyon, for me, this is a fantastic deal for us. AC Milan, not so much, but the player wants to go there. So now, a few things can happen. Either AC Milan looks at this deal and says, okay, how much do we value Christian Pulisic? Is he the guy that we 100% want? If that's the case, they're going to have to improve on their 14 million euros. They're going to have to come somewhat close to this 25 million, because we will probably compromise knowing that the player doesn't want to accept this. So we can't really push the player to go on this direction either. The player might as well stick around. If he wants, he could stick around for another season and then go out on a free wherever he wants to go. So we would have to potentially compromise as well. And this is where the negotiations will happen. If Christian Pulisic is absolutely focused on AC Milan, we will probably have to tell Christian Pulisic that, hey, we've got a different offer from Lyon, which is far more suitable. You may have to tell AC Milan to come close as possible as this. and then maybe then Chelsea can compromise and give Christian Pulisic the wish that he wants. And then, of course, the Ryan Cherki situation. Let me just quickly show this to you guys very, very quickly. But meanwhile, let me know in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, how do you feel about this, right? So we've got Ryan Cherki. Oh man, some of these names are so difficult to pronounce. Ryan Cherki joined 1st Jan 2020. Contract expires 30th June 2025. So he's got 2 more years left. So this is probably the right time to get rid of Ryan Cherki. Attacking midfielder, place of birth in Lyon, and he's participating in France under 21 championship at the moment. This season, Liga, 34 matches, 4 goals, 6 assists. Attacking midfielder, can play on the left side, can play on the right side. There's a lot of hype about this kid, and I know a lot of you guys probably want him as well. So, and look, I don't think he will be too expensive. 19-year-old, good age. That's the kind of business that we've been doing in recent times, haven't we? We like the youngsters, and yeah, this kind of fits our bill, fits our project. 30 million euros is the touted price in transfer market. I don't think it'll probably be that much more than that. And with Christian Pulisic potentially looking to, if we can somehow move him that way, we could perhaps get a deal for Ryan Cherki. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the conundrum we're facing ourselves at the moment. Let me know what your thoughts are. I personally, obviously, would like to go towards Lyon. I think that could be a nice destination for Christian Pulisic, French League 1. He could potentially do well there. Not as physical as Premier League, of course, but at the same time, I think it's still quite physical. So maybe, who knows, Christian Pulisic might not fancy that. Serie A is a little less physical than French Liga, in my opinion. So he could potentially fancy that just to look after his body a little bit. We've got Strasbourg in French Liga, so that would have been interesting to see if Pulisic went to Lyon. He would have faced Strasbourg to see how that would have panned out. Obviously, there's still Mbappe in PSG. Serie A is far more competitive than Liga. That's for a certainty. There's a lot of teams in Serie A that are sensationally good. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. AC Milan or Lyon? There's the whole Ryan Cherki situation as well. How you feel about everything? Where do you want to see him go? Do you think ultimately there will be a compromise with AC Milan? At the same time, AC Milan apparently they've got other candidates as well. They don't necessarily have to go for Christian Pulisic. But let me know how you feel about everything. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. We shall be back with live stream. Don't get worried. We will definitely have live stream very, very soon. Maybe even sometime today, later on. We might ramp things up to 3 content per day. Until next time, everyone. Take care and see ya.